The goal for today's video is to finally get everyone up to the professional level of building 4-directional flying machines. With death cannons. I mean, come on, this is the 7th 4-directional flying machine design on my channel between 6 videos. If you're looking for something smaller or that doesn't blow everything up underneath it when it moves, one that uses the Y-axis, or even a 4-way robot for Bedrock Edition, I encourage you to check out my brand new 4-directional flying machine playlist. Link for that should be popping up on the screen now, as this build here is for Java Edition 1.16.1 and up. Of course, there will be more 4-directional flying machines in the future, but today's video is on 3 different sized UFO death cannons and how to build them. In the last video, I told everyone that I had help naming this machine and that I would reveal who it was in this video. Well, if you couldn't tell by my thumbnail, the person that helped me name this machine is none other than Ray's Works, an amazing technical Minecrafter that stretches survival Minecraft to its limits. If you haven't already, definitely go check out his channel and subscribe. He will be featuring these machines in a video over on his channel sometime soon, showcasing more of their features in a survival setting. Super excited to see that. I hope you guys are too. But if you're watching this from the future and that video has already dropped, then you will be able to find a link for Ray's video in the description below. The reason there are 3 different sizes, other than the amount of effort you're willing to put into building them, is what they are used for. The smallest of the group is probably the most practical, given it will have the least amount of lag and would be the most useful for smaller perimeter clearings or just to troll your friends. The medium and large variants are best equipped to clear big areas for space for sweepers for big world eaters and quarries. These machines weren't made to fully replace the 2-directional TNT Dupers, but it's up to you. Would you rather spend more time building a machine to clear out the designated area, or more time blowing things up? I mean, I definitely know which one I would choose. What I mean is the TNT will only destroy up to 85 blocks below where it is duped before you'll have to rebuild the machine at a lower level to reach bedrock if, say, you had some mountains or a Badlands plateau in the way. But still, that doesn't take away from the fact that these machines can fly independently in 4 directions and destroy everything underneath them. The goal was to replace stations with at worst an immovable block to stop them and be able to move in all 4 directions without replacing blocks, and I'd say I achieved that goal. Debris left in the air is also easily dealt with by moving the machine to the left or right 3 blocks and running it back and forth 1 more time. And you also want to build this machine at least 16 blocks higher than anywhere it will potentially fly over, or you can run the risk of destroying some TNT modules at the bottom or the machine itself. Putting these machines together was quite the puzzle challenge, making sure that there were an even amount of TNT dupers duping TNT in all 4 directions. The reason it was tricky is due to the multi-directional TNT dupers on the bottom only being able to duplicate TNT in 2 directions. But after figuring that out and not being able to use about 100 hours of footage that I shot, we got there. This video took forever, and I really hope everyone enjoys, and if you do, consider leaving a like and a comment about your favorite part. Now, the biggest drawback I have found so far, other than flying the machine too low, can be lag. So it's always best to try the immovable block method first. These machines were built with areas that an immovable block can safely travel through without breaking them. You'll just want to make sure that you remove the immovable block before moving the build to the left or the right to clear out the extra debris, or you could end up forgetting about it and starting up your machine, breaking it, and that is crazy frustrating. You can find the world download in the description, which also has a detailed breakdown of how to use these machines in the chest I'm hovering over with block references. I'll also be going over these details as we build today. And again, if you're hungry for even more information on these machines in a survival setting, I encourage you to check out Ray's Works. He'll be showcasing some fun things you can do with this build while in survival here soon over on his channel. And of course, thank you so much, Ray, for helping get this tech out there. I've had a blast collaborating. But really quick, if you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and tap that bell button if you want to be the first to know when I upload a new video. And if you've already subscribed, well, you know you're the best. And if you've just subscribed, let me know with a sunglasses emoji in the comments section below. Alright, so starting off the build, we're going to go ahead and start with this overall shape here. We're going to be building all 3 of them at once, or I'll be showing you how to build all 3 of them at once. We'll have 3 observers, 21 blocks up from wherever you're wanting blow up, or of course clear out, in which those observers should be pointing into 3 slime blocks, and then there should be pistons on those slime blocks just like so. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and come up 3 more slime blocks like this, and then we want pistons to kind of set where we will go later on in the video. Now from here, we're going to come out from this piston with 3 blocks, And then we want to go ahead and surround that third and final one with pistons. And then we'll put an observer on the bottom, pointing directly into the slime block. Come up with 2 more slime blocks there. We'll want a sticky piston here and an observer pointing directly into it. Now this is going to be your engine for the 4-directional flying machine. There'll be 4 of these total. But real quick, we'll go ahead and put an immovable block in there of choice. I usually use lodestones, but I always get the question if everybody has to use a lodestone. No, it's just any immovable block. I just like lodestones because they look cool. But yeah, from there, I'm going to go ahead and place a block of choice here too. And already we've built 2 segments of the machine. So what I mean by this is that each machine has a certain amount of segments that go from one side to the other. The small has 7 segments from one engine to the other, and the engine of course always counts for 2. So from one side to the other, 4 of those segments will be an engine. The medium build has 11 segments across, and then the large build has 15 segments all the way across. Going a little more in-depth from there, we're going to come out from this piston, 1, 2, 3 blocks, destroying the 2 in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and you can surround that in pistons. And then again, we're going to want a observer on the top this time, actually, so we can place TNT modules on the bottom. And then from there, we can go ahead and mirror or copy that 2 more times. And once you have this, we're going to go ahead and build that same engine, but mirror the other direction. We're going to come out 1, 2, 3, destroy the middle 2. Then again, we can surround that in pistons, but we're going to put the observer on the bottom this time. 2 slime blocks out from the top, sticky piston right here, and then we want another observer right here. And then this sticky piston will be grabbing this slime block. Got to make sure to come back a little bit to this point here. And then we have a piston there, slime block piston, and then we want our observers on the bottom facing directly up into these slime blocks. Just like so. And of course, we don't want to forget about our immovable block. Now you should be looking at this overall shape so far. Again, that's 1 segment, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this would be if we are going to build the small one. And then of course the medium-sized build, or we forget that. And the medium-sized build is 11 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the large build is 15 segments across. Yeah, no, it's literally that simple. As far as that, it's just going to be a bunch of repeating and placing the same blocks over and over again, but it's really, really easy. It may just be a little tedious. And moving forward, using this middle piece as a little mirrored section, we're going to be going ahead and placing that same exact thing from this segment out to each of the 4 directions. And just in case you missed me building the engine the first 2 times, we're going to build it just one more time right here. We're going to come off 3 blocks as long as that last one is a slime block. Then you want to go ahead and surround it in pistons, and then there'll be an observer on the top of it since it's still a middle segment. Anything in the middle that's not an engine segment, you just want to go ahead and put the observer on the top of it. And if you are building the bigger ones, no worries. Keep going with the tutorial, and then I'll show you how to convert a few of the areas as we do with the small ones as well for your minecarts. Continuing out from here, I'm going to go ahead and grab those slime blocks. Again, we're going to come out 3. Now this will be an engine, so we're going to want the observer facing into the slime block on the bottom. And then we're going to still cover it in pistons. And then coming up from one of those pistons, we want a observer just like so. Obviously not just any piston, this one specifically. We're going to come up 2 slime blocks like this, and we want a sticky piston here. And then we're going to come out with 2 slime blocks like so, and then 2 more straight down. And we want a piston there, slime block on the side, piston here, go ahead and mirror that. And then we want 3 blocks of choice on the bottom, just so we can turn those into observers, straight up into there. Perfect, so it should look exactly like this, and obviously we will not forget about our immovable block. And then once you have all 4 of these directions covered, then we're ready to move forward. And before I forget about this one last time, we want it right there. And next up, we're going to go ahead and do all of the side module pieces. There's actually only 2 different segments built back and forth from one side to the other. And again, we're just going to be starting off with those pistons on the sides of each one. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and grab some slime blocks. We want to come out from this bottom piston just like so. Now once we have this, we're going to go ahead and put in 2 more slime blocks, so you have 4 on the top just like that. You want a piston here. We're going to go ahead and place an observer here, one right there, and then of course we'll also want one facing straight down into this slime block. We'll go ahead and put some pistons on there too. Just like that. I always forget these top pistons, so definitely double check as you're moving along, especially with these bigger ones. Check to make sure you got all your blocks and your pistons. But from here, same thing, we're going to go ahead and place a piston underneath right there. That'll push this slime block when it's prompted to go that direction. What we're going to do is take a slime block from there, come up just like so, and then on the outside, we want, again, the 4 total, but as you can see, it's going to be opposite of that piece. And then we're going to go ahead and grab those pistons. We want one here, there, and then one right here. And again, don't want to forget these observers or the pistons right here. Those are the ones I forget the most. As well, we'll also go ahead and place an observer right there. This way, placing one more right there. Awesome. Now from here, again, you can go ahead, place piston right there. And as you can see, we're just going to go ahead and copy this segment now again. Putting those in, go ahead and grab your pistons. Make sure there's 4 on the top. And we'll go ahead and put in a observer right there and one more over here. Like so. And then obviously we want to make sure that we put one face down into that slime block. And from here, we're going to go ahead and grab another piston, placing it straight down just like so. Slime blocks. Pistons. Replace these ones right away before I forget. That there, and an observer right here. Perfect. And then we're going to want one more facing into the slime block to power these pistons right there. Awesome. Now, last one, obviously, as you can see here, you'll start off with near the engine here. It'll be the same module. It'll always be on the top. If you're going and for some reason this isn't what it looks like when you're about to, add it up with the slime block here, you can go ahead and just kind of finish it off with the 4 segments how we do. And we want to go ahead and place in 2 observers just like so. We're also going to want one facing straight down. And then pistons. Oh, good. Maneuver through here. There we go. Awesome. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Then we're going to go ahead and do that same exact thing from right here to here, there to there, and here to there. And once you have all that done, just again, quick reminder, make sure that all your pistons are in place. As you can see, I didn't even notice that. I have forgotten 2 pistons right there. Make sure I didn't forget any more. But yeah, no, as far as that, that is the reason why. You want to go ahead and check those. Now, what we're going to do from here is we're going to just come out from all of these bottom pistons, and we're going to go ahead and place in all of our segments, which is actually extremely easy from here. Just best thing to keep in mind, obviously, is the observer will always be on top for right now, until we change it up later on for the minecarts and whatnot after the TNT dupers are put in. So yeah, once you go ahead and do this, we're gonna go ahead and do that same exact thing over here, and then right here, and then right here, and then we'll do these top pistons. And just in case you missed it, that's going to be 1, 2, 3 slime blocks out, and then we want an observer on the top facing straight into the piston, and then we want to add pistons all around. And you know it's all good if every piston has 1 block space in between it. That's how you know you built it all good. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add in these other 2. And once you have all of that, we're going to go ahead and jump over to the top pistons. And of course, same exact thing. You're not doing anything different. Come out 3 slime blocks. Go ahead, cover that slime block in your pistons. Obviously, you built it correct if all pistons have 1 block space in between. And of course, go ahead, throw those observers down on the top still. Straight down into the slime block. And of course, again, that'll be the same thing right here. And of course, over here, right here. And then obviously when we're getting into this middle area, you can come out and, 1, 2, 3. I'll have one here. And then there will come out 1, 2, 3. I have another one here. Go ahead, obviously make sure that you have all 4 of those going. All 4 of the pistons. Like this. Goodness. Okay, and then yeah, from there, obviously to finish this off, there'll be another module just like that one right here. And then you'll want to do the same exact thing over here, and then obviously you'll want 2 more in this area as well. Now once you have done all of that, you should be looking at your finished and completed 4-directional flying machine, in which, yeah, no matter which size that you built, all of the rules and everything are all applicable there. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is start adding the TNT dupers to the bottom of the death cannons, and you can go ahead and check the description or the YouTube chapter selection there for those start times. Now what we're going to want to do is go ahead and just pick any one of these sides here. Doesn't matter, but that whatever side that you pick is going to be your starting side. And I'm going to go ahead and pick this side as my starting side here, in which you will not have this slime block. I went ahead and I placed some in there so I could have a good reference of where I was going to be going from here. But yeah, no, as far as that, we're going to go ahead and start adding in our TNT modules. Now first I'm going to do it for the small machine. And then I'll be doing it for the medium machine and then the large machine right after that. And for the small one, it's super simple. What we're going to do is come back, looking up, you can actually see here's the engine, these 2 modules. And then you'll also see the bottom segments for the sides right there. So you'll see these 3 observers. And then from there, you'll also see these 2 slime blocks. Now, I will be picking the left-hand side slime block. Obviously, you can mirror it the other way, but I won't be doing it that way, so it may be a little tricky. No, but from here, what we're going to do is we're going to come down 1 more. Obviously, since there is the piston right here, we can't put anything right there. So what we're going to do is then come out like this and put a piston just like so. Now, that we've done this one, we can also tell that we're going to need to do this one, this one, this one to have 4 completed segments. And it's really easy because there is 2 segments on each one that will come out looking like this. And this one right here, since we don't have to worry about coming down from right there, we can go ahead and just come down same way that we did over here, but we can end it off a lot easier. And now from this area, and go ahead over to this one, and we're just going to come down 2 slime blocks, putting a piston on the end of it, and then on this one here, we're going to come down 3 slime blocks, putting a piston on the end of it. You should be looking at this overall shape. Now again, these 2 outside ones are back 1 block after going down 1 or 2 blocks as well, depending on the height, and then of course the other 2 are just straight down. And we're going to go ahead and throw in our observers just right off the back of those slime blocks, just like so. Perfect. So now all those observers should be pointing into the slime block so they update the piston properly. Now again, you want to make sure that these are all pistons. If they are sticky pistons at all, if there is a single sticky piston where a piston should be, it will definitely break this build. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Now next up, as we are looking at this machine, we are going to be, we have our 3 observer post right here, and then we're going to be leaving this one be. This is of course where we're going to be putting one of our minecarts on the top, but we'll do that at the end. We're going to come back to this slime block just like so, and then we're going to come back,
come down, and we want a piston on the bottom of that. And then we're going to go to the outside this time again from this one, because obviously since this piston's coming in this way, we're going to utilize 1, 2, 3, and then this one will be the fourth one to push it around. Then we're going to come down 2 this time and do like that. And of course, it's really easy to remember which ones will be this type of segment because they're on the outside of the build. Obviously, we wouldn't put it on the inside to prevent them from running into each other. So yes, it's like a Rubik's Cube in here once you get everything going. We're going to go ahead, come down 3 blocks, piston, and then right here just 2 blocks with another piston, and that should complete this whole little 4 area. We're going to go ahead and grab those observers, and we just want to make sure to put them on the back of the slime blocks facing into them. Awesome. Now you should be looking at this overall look so far. Now, this being our starting side, all we have to do is just flip around and come over to this section and then do the exact same thing. So what I mean there is we're going to come down 1 slime block here, come out, come back. We want a piston right there, and then it's on the outside of the build this way. We want a 3 segment of slime blocks with a piston on the bottom. Then we're going to go ahead and throw in some observers real quick, because the other 2 segments, obviously being this one and this one, are just going to come straight down. And since this one is low, you just need 2 blocks and a piston, 2 slime blocks and a piston, and this one being on the higher end, you'll need 3 slime blocks and a piston. And of course, don't forget those observers. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing again with our observer base here with the other side. The second side here, we have the 3 observers. We're just going to go ahead and skip this slime block. And then we're going to start off coming down from this one. And we're going to want 1 here, 1 slime block there. And then on the outside here, 2 down, 1 slime block out, another 1 down. Here we'll want 3. Right here we'll just want 2. We can go ahead and load up our pistons and observers. Pistons. All right, awesome. So you should be looking at this overall shape so far, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to build the TNT dupers as well for each of the modules and how to properly put them in no matter what. So I can just show you how to build it once, and then of course we'll put in our minecarts. All right, so adding in those TNT dupers is even easier. So the segments, we've already kind of laid out the groundwork. All of the segments that are back 1 block, those are what we're going to be using for reference. So just come in right here, just choosing a random one. I'm going to come off of this piston here with the slime block, and then I also want one diagonally from it in the direction of where the other slime block segment is that moves backwards. You don't want to do it towards your straight slime block segments, or else obviously, you know, this isn't going to work out. This slime block would eventually just be right here. So yeah, you want to make sure that you have a slime block diagonally from the first one that you placed. I'm going to go ahead and come down 2. Doesn't really matter which one you go with, so I'm going to go with the back. And then we're going to put it together right there. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and add in a coral fan, a dead coral fan. Go ahead and add in some walls. We want a detector rail and then a minecart. And then we're going to put a piece of TNT right there. And then all we got to do is just update that observer and we push it into place. Bam, there is your module. And of course, again, yeah, this is the video was seen on ilmango's channel. He made the 5 directional TNT duper. And of course, there were other people that were wondering if there was like a way to turn off this machine or anything like that. But no, unfortunately, there isn't. I was trying so many different things, moving stuff out of the way. But if you touch this TNT at all, if I were to even touch it right now, it's just going to update and go that way. If I try to throw a sticky piston pulse in there to try and grab it out, it'll just update. It won't do anything. So yeah, we're kind of stuck with this. If you know, there's only 4 pieces of TNT on the bottom, so if you don't want it to blow up everything underneath you, you can just destroy the TNT. It's super simple, and then, you know, move it to wherever. Obviously, it would be a little bit harder with the bigger one, considering there's 16 modules on the large and 10 modules on the medium. But yeah, enough of that. Real quick, slime block, just to show you. Again, you want to use the segments that go back a block as reference. And then, of course, doesn't even matter. You can just choose whichever one, but you want to make sure that the first one is still touching the piston. So you're able to update that observer on the back of that piston to actually push the module in place. And of course, to save them into structure blocks, they're already saved into structure blocks. But also on top of that, if you wanted to save it yourself, then you'd want to make sure that you don't update the piston. So you would leave it like this after you've built it. And then, of course, with your TNT underneath that wall. And then, of course, when you spawn it in with your structure block, it pushes it all into place all around. So yeah, just a little helpful hint there for you. But yeah, going to come down, doesn't matter again which way. So I'm just going to pick this one. We're going to connect it right there. And then detector rail on top. And then go ahead and put a minecart in. We want 2 walls to the side to keep the minecart in there. Coral fan underneath this segment of slime blocks. And then, of course, the TNT will be right there. So when we push this piston forward, it will be underneath the minecart. Awesome. So yeah, you're just going to keep doing that. You'll do it for this section and this section as well. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to move on to the medium build. Once you have completed all of the TNT dupers on the bottom of your small flying machine, your 4-directional flying machine, check the description there for where to go next as far as placing your minecarts. And once you're done building your medium-sized UFO death cannon, then you're definitely ready for death cannon portion, the actual TNT dupers. What we're going to do is we're going to come to the bottom, pick any side, doesn't matter. You can do this side, this side, this side, or that one. You just want to see these 3 observers there pointing up into the blocks, and then you see these 3 observers right here. What we're going to do is this block, you won't see this slime block. I'm just putting this one in there for reference, just so I know where to build. But from here, what you'll see is from these 3 observer areas right here, these 3 segments, I should say, you have these segments as well. And then on the right segment, we're going to come down 1, 2, 3 blocks total, 2 blocks right here. And then obviously, as you can see, our TNT module will be in between right here. So we'll need this one and this one as well. But these will have to be a little bit special, just of course, because need to come down 1 extra and then 1 back. And then same thing here. We don't have to come down though. We go back 1 and then come down. The reason that we're doing this obviously is to make sure that we have enough room for our TNT dupers on the bottom. Go ahead and place these pistons in there if I can correctly. Awesome. And then of course we'll go ahead, place in our observers facing into the slime block, which is holding the piston. Awesome. Once you have that, again, this is the direction that we started off in. What you want to do is come this direction, and then we're going to be skipping these 2 diagonal pieces. And then right here is going to be 1 more slime block. Now, this one, you had your straights on the outside this way. Now we're going to have our curves on the outside this way. So what I mean by that is since this one's on the low, we'll go ahead and come back 1 and down 1 so we have a curve. Since this one's high up, we want to come out or down 2, back 1, and down 1. And then of course, obviously, since it's those 2, our module will be here. We'll want to come down 2 right there, and then 3 more slime blocks just like so. Then from here, you can go ahead and add in those pistons on the bottom everywhere. Like that. Perfect. And grabbing those observers again. I'm going to go ahead and face them directly into the back of the slime block here. Easy peasy. Awesome. Yeah, that should be your first 2 modules. About only 8 more to go. All right, so moving on to the next 2, what we're going to do is come in this direction, and obviously this is the side that we started on. So there was the first module, here's the second, here's where the third will be, here's the start of it. But of course, we have to actually move this observer out of the way real fast, and go ahead and place it right here. And then coming down this way, we actually want a straight of 2 slime blocks, and then we'll go ahead and do the same thing with this observer side. As far as reference, we obviously don't want those to run into each other. Coming down from this slime block, we want 1, 2, 3 slime blocks total, so it'll be a straight. We'll have a piston here, and then we'll also do the same thing with an observer on the side, just like that, obviously, so we don't get any double updating from them rubbing against each other. On top of that, go ahead, we're going to come down 2, back 1, down 1 for our curved areas. And then these have no special treatment. You can go ahead and just place in the observer facing into the slime block. Go ahead and do the same thing here, but we just need a curve since it's the lower section. Place a piston there, and also want an observer facing into the slime block right above it. Awesome, so that should be the next one up there. Now from here, as far as a reference point, here's our third module. We're going to skip these diagonals right here in that little V kind of check mark section. And then what we're going to do is come up to this one. Directly right here is going to be our first section. And what we want to do is add in our straight first, so 2. Then we're going to add in another straight of 3 right there. And then we want our curve on the last 2. Like this, perfect. And then grab those pistons. And there's no special treatment as far as I know. I'll have to check, of course. But the observer should be able to face directly into the back of the slime blocks that are holding the pistons. Once you have done all of that, you are now just 6 segments away from being finished. And next up, using our last module as reference, what we're going to go ahead and do is skip these 3 right here, and diagonally from this middle one, so right here, is where we're going to want to place our first block. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to come down 2, and this is going to be a curve, and that is going to be the same for this side as well. And then we have 3 straight right there, and then 2 straight, just like so. Go ahead, grab my pistons. And there's no special treatment on the placement of these observers either. You can go ahead and just place them right on the back into the slime block themselves. Then once you have that, grabbing your frame of reference back again. Okay, so yeah, from here, we're going to be skipping this, this segment right here. And obviously you can see that this is just very open. So we'll have another 3 segments there. And from this one, we're going to come straight out this way. This will be our first block here. And now, easy thing to do is it's going to be the exact opposite of where the straights are on this one. So obviously that would mean that here's a straight, and then there's another straight. We can go ahead and place an observer pointing straight into the back of that slime block on both of them. And once we have done that, we're going to go ahead, come to this one, curve back, and this one come down 2 and curve back again. Grab those pistons. We want to make sure that there are pistons on the bottom of each one of those slime blocks. And of course, add in the observers on the last 2. To go. Perfect. Awesome. So now we're looking at final stretch, only 4 segments to go. In a quick fix really fast, looks like I already got mixed up. We want this one right here to be back. So it looks like that. And throw in an observer. And then this one right here, we want to just be 2 straight down. Oop. Awesome. You should be looking at this overall shape on the last segment that we put in. And from our fix, what we're going to go ahead and do from that last segment that we were just building, we're going to come back to this observer. We're going to go back to this segment, one more segment back, and then diagonally left. And then we're going to come down 3 slime blocks total, just like so. Next up, we're going to go ahead and come down 2 on the left side. And then we want the curve on this side with this segment, and then we will also do a curve here like so. Now go ahead, grab those pistons, Awesome, and the way that it's placed here, should be able to get away with placing all of the observers normally, which is just on the back of the slime blocks. Awesome. Now from here, once you have all of your observers and pistons and whatnot placed, coming back from this segment, we're going to go diagonally left, and we're going to go back one. And then there you will find, of course, another spot to go ahead and place a slime block. Now this one's going to be a curve right out the gate. Right here is going to be 3 straight, 2 straight on the opposite side of the curve. Then obviously the last one is a curve. Go ahead and throw those pistons and observers in as well. Awesome. And there you have it. Awesome. So only two more modules to go, and then we can actually add in the TNT dupers. And from the last segment that we did there, what we're going to do is come back to this last little curved area right here facing this direction. And we're going to go ahead and come off of it diagonally 1, 2, 3 segments. We're going to go ahead and place the slime block here, come down 3 total in a straight. You want 2 straight there. We're going to come down curve, and of course a curve right there. Next up, we can go ahead and throw in those pistons real quick. Once you have that, you can go ahead and put in your observers. No special treatment, it was just, it seems to be just those other ones on the other side. Awesome, and now once you've done that, what we're going to go ahead and do is from this segment, from the one most this direction, we're going to go ahead and come off of that 1 diagonal, 2 diagonal segments. And then on that second diagonal segment, we're going to go ahead and come down and make a curve. Obviously, this is the back of the curve, so the piston will be here. The observer will be right here. And then coming in, we're going to go ahead and put in 2 straight and then 3 straight here. And then the last curve will go right there. We can go ahead and fill all of these in. Now, the reason that all of these are facing all of these different directions, I know I'm saying that word, but the reason that they're all doing that is because the TNT dupers, now they're able to move 5 directions, but only 2 of the directions that it moves are they able to actually duplicate TNT. So that is the reason why these are all rotated, going different crazy directions and everything like that, is because there's 10 modules. 5 TNT modules will dupe going that way, 5 will dupe that way, 5 will dupe this way, and then 5 will dupe that way, based on the way that we've rotated it and put everything in here. Now, as far as that's, it's very simple to go ahead and just add in your segments. Now, coming into the segment that we started with here, what we're going to go ahead and do is come to these curved sections. Now, they are in there for a reason. That is going to be where we make sure that we have this diagonal block facing first. Obviously, we don't want to put it on this side. If we did, then it would run in front of this piston and it would completely break the machine if it started moving. What we're going to do is build the first module right here. Again, the slime blocks are diagonal from each other. Between the curves and you can use that rule for every single one of these and it'll work beautifully. Now from there, you want to come down 2 slime blocks, doesn't matter which one that you go off of in the back. Do something like that. Go ahead, put your coral in there. Go ahead and put my walls in. Detector rail, excuse me, detector rail, and then you also want a minecart, and then you're going to place just a piece of TNT right there. Then all you got to do again is just update that observer and it'll go ahead and prime this whole section here. And now when you start moving again, it'll start duplicating TNT. Now just to show you again, you can go ahead and pick any module, doesn't matter. I'm just going to go, down the row here. From this curve and then this curve is where we're going to want the diagonal. So you can, either one, doesn't matter. I'll just go with this one. And then again, same thing, 2 slime blocks there, come down and then over and then connect them. And then once they are connected, vector rail, minecart, put your walls in, dead coral, and TNT. And then you can go ahead again and update the observer. So go ahead and prime it. So yeah, you're just going to do that another 8 times for all of your modules. Again, come up to your curves. Out, make sure there's a diagonal. 2. Matter which way you do it there, but then you connect it here. Vector rail, minecart, walls, coral, TNT. Yeah, I'm sure you guys get it, so I'll let you do the rest. Now, once you've completed the medium-sized UFO death cannon, you can go ahead and check the description, or of course the scroll bar for this video there for the YouTube chapter search to see where to place the minecarts for it. Now, if you just completed the large UFO death cannon, congratulations. That's absolutely insane. Just the fact, if you built this in survival or anything like that, leave a thumbs up emoji in the comments section below. And if you're on a computer, just type thumbs up in the comments section. I definitely want to know who actually took the time to build this in survival. But yeah, as far as that, you're definitely ready for the TNT cannons. Now, these are going to be very, very simple, or the TNT dupers rather. Now, these will be real simple to give you guys a point of reference, so it's very easy to follow along and that you don't get turned around. I'll be facing this direction the whole time, and I'll be using this side. But you can go ahead and start off with those 3 observers right there on any one of these 4 sides. Again, though, I'm just going to be right here. So from our frame of reference, what we're going to do is we're going to come over, this is the engine, so 1, 2 pieces, and then directly forward from that engine is where we're going to place our first segment of slime blocks underneath this area. We're going to come down 2 slime blocks in a straight, and then on this one, diagonally right from it, we're going to come down 2 slime blocks and then down 2 slime blocks again off the back of that one. Next up, diagonally left from this one, we want a 3 curve of slime blocks. And the reason that these look different and the reason that we don't want a slime block here is because if there's a slime block here while this machine moves that direction, then it would push this slime block when it moved before it was able to actually push this segment out of the way. Yep, just keep that in mind. Now the last one here, you'll have 3 slime blocks straight down, and as you can see, there's 4 areas, and then you'll just have pistons facing inward on all 4 of those areas. Awesome. You should be looking at this overall shape so far. Now from here, what we're going to go ahead and do is place in our observers. Go ahead and place an observer there, and then we want to obviously facing into the slime block. As you can see, that observer will be facing into the slime block. Awesome. And then once you've done that, we're going to come over to this. Actually, no. What we're going to do is come over to the leftmost segment of the one that we just put in. This is the 3 straight. And we're going to come out diagonally left from it, 1, 2 segments, and right here you'll want 3 slime blocks all the way down, 2 slime blocks all the way down on the diagonal segment from it. On this segment we want the 3 curve, and then on this segment we'll want the 4 slime block curve. Again, we'll go ahead and place in those pistons and the observers. Perfect. So again, what we're going to do now is come over to the leftmost segment in the build there. We're going to go ahead and come back diagonally 1, 2 segments. And then on this segment here, we'll want our 2 slime blocks and 3 slime blocks on this one. And then we'll want the 3 curve here, and then we'll also want the 4 curve right there. And this is actually the exact same segment as the first one that we just put in. And then in which obviously we'll go ahead, add our pistons and our observers. And then once we've done that, then of course we'll come back diagonally from the leftmost one. We want to come back diagonally 1, 2, and that's where we'll start up this one with 3 slime blocks straight down, 2, then there's your 4 curve and 3 curve, which of course is the exact same thing as this module right here. But yeah, what you want to do is just go ahead and throw in all of your pistons and observers for those segments and slime blocks. Once you've done that from our viewpoint area here, what you want to do is actually from these 3 observers, You just want to turn around 180 degrees, go all the way over here to these 3 observers, and then obviously again we'll come out, here's your engine, so the 1, 2 segments of the engine, and then we're going to go ahead and place in the exact same 2 slime blocks down here, 3 slime blocks down there, the 4 curve, and then the 3 curve, and then we're going to move this direction this time instead of, actually yeah, it's still left, obviously, since it's mirroring all of the segments that we just put in, it's going to mirror those again right here. So then going this way. So then obviously follow the same pattern from the leftmost segment. You'll come out 1, 2 segments diagonally, and then that's where you'll find your next area. And then of course you can use the other side that we just built for reference for that. All right, so after you have mirrored everything to that side over there, you should be looking at obviously something that looks extremely confusing, but that's okay. From there, we're going to come back to our point of reference here to the first segment that we put in. And from the rightmost segment this time, so right here, we're going to travel diagonally 1, 2, just like so, diagonally right, and I guess up in this area. And this is where we'll put a 4 curve segment of slime blocks, and we'll want it facing back towards our point of view. Next up, we'll go ahead and put our 3 curve on this side, 2 straight down on this one, 3 slime blocks straight down here, and you'll go ahead and add your pistons and observers. Perfect. Now, once we have this, we're actually going to go ahead and start going back the other direction again. From the leftmost segment, we're going to go back diagonal left 1, 2, and then from right here, it's the exact same thing. We have the 3 segment coming back this direction, so obviously it comes down. And then we have the 4 segment here, just because it's in a different spot and area. Then we have 3 right there, and then we have another 2 segment, just like so. And again, that's going to be your pistons all over the bottom of that, facing inward. And then your observers on the back. Of course, those observers again are facing into the slime blocks. Now from here, get your viewpoint going from the last segment that we just placed in. The leftmost segment, which is right here, we're going to go diagonally back 1, 2, just like so. And it's the same exact thing as the first one that you just put in. So 4 curve, and on this side is a 3 curve, 2, 3 slime blocks, and then obviously again from the leftmost you go 1 diagonal, 2, and then that's 3 curve again, and then you have the 4 curve down, 3 slime blocks down there, and then the 2 there, which is the exact same as the second segment that we just placed in. Now I'm going to go ahead and place in all of the pistons and observers on those segments facing directly inward like that, and then obviously of course all of those pistons will be in. Same over here, and yeah. Now once you're all caught up there, placing in all the pistons and observers, all we're going to do is go ahead and mirror that same exact thing. From our point of reference, we're going to go ahead, turn around 180 degrees. We're going to go ahead, come all the way over to this direction. And from the first segment on this side, from the engine, we're going to come out from our rightmost segment, diagonally right, 1, 2, and then of course you'll go ahead and throw in the 4 segment of slime blocks, 2 segment here, 3 segment just like so, and then the 3 curve on this side from facing opposite our viewpoint. And then of course we're going to do the same exact thing, same strategy from the leftmost segment. We're going to go diagonally 1, 2, and then it's the same exact thing. It's just that obviously this one will be a low pusher instead of a high pusher like these ones, but it's the exact same shape. As you can see, there's a 3 curve on that one, it's a 4 curve, and then on this side instead of it being a 3 curve, it's the 4 curve. So what I mean is that the straights and the curves are on the exact same sides as and the one before it. So yeah, you just keep doing that. Go to the leftmost one, 1, 2, curve on those sides, straights. Yeah, and you'll go ahead, place in your pistons and observers. We're almost there. Don't give up. The last thing that we have to do is add in the 16 TNT Duper modules on the bottom here. It doesn't matter which one you start with, any section. I'm just going to go to our point of view segment, the first one that we put in, and I'm going to locate my curved areas, which this is the one curved spot and this is the other. So facing those two curved spots, no matter what segment you're starting with, you want to go ahead and place in slime blocks 2 diagonally between the segments, the curved segments, just like so. And obviously you can do that same thing right here if you need to, it doesn't matter. In which, go ahead, come down one more, and then you can pick one of these, place a slime block coming down, and then you want one coming back, and then connect them. Then go ahead, place in your coral, and go ahead, place in 2 walls, and a block of TNT. Go ahead, place in a detector rail, very important, and then you want to go ahead and place in a minecart as well. Now once you've done that, you want to make sure that you place the TNT on the correct side. You want to place it opposite the side that you're going to be pushing it from. You can go in there and do that, and it will update, and it will now be primed. So now this whole section is ready to go. And just in case you missed it, again, you can come to any random segment that you want. So let's say this one, again, there's 16 total. So I would recommend going from this one over to this one and this one, you know, because it's much easier to just see it. But again, all you do is just find your curved segments there. From that spot, you can do the exact same thing. Come out diagonally, pick a side, connect it, coral, TNT will go right here, and then you want your walls to hold the minecart on detector rail. Awesome. Now once you do that, I keep messing up where I keep placing the TNT. Okay, there. Yeah, that's how you do it. As far as that, that's how I did the first 2 segments. Same rule applies no matter what. You just go ahead and find those curved segments, place in that diagonal, and do it another, how many times? Another 14 times. Once you finish placing all of those TNT modules in, again, there's 16 total, all the TNT dupers, you're good to go. You did it. You got all of the hard craziness out of the way of the large build. Now, the last step here for you is to just go into the description, or you can go ahead and search the YouTube chapters in the scroll bar for this video on the timestamp for the placement of the minecarts that you'll need for the large build. All right, let's go ahead and start adding in these minecarts, in which the minecarts for the smaller build are super simple, same as with all of them, honestly, in which you'll just want to come to every one of these areas here. You'll come into this direction, see which one has segments coming out of the bottom, which this was the original one that did have segments coming out. What we would do then at that point is we take the observer off the top, put it on the bottom, surrounded in walls, put a minecart on the top of it. And that's going to be the same with every side, and I'll show you how to do that. So coming over to this side here, just coming in, I'm gonna go ahead, good reference. This one, this segment right here doesn't have anything underneath it, but this segment does. So you can see the slime blocks under there. What we're gonna do is use this segment then, come underneath it here, here it is, and we're gonna put the observer on the bottom. Once we've done that, obviously this observer will be facing directly into this slime block to charge all of those pistons. And then we're going to want one more slime block, surround it in walls. Go ahead, put a rail there and a minecart, and then destroy the rail. Awesome. And then just to show you how to do that again, of course it's the same on each side. I'm going to come in, check to see which one of this segment or this segment has no blocks underneath it, which this one does. We're going to use this one. We're going to go ahead, destroy that observer there. And come in, find it again. Make sure it's pointing directly up into this slime block. We want 2 total, walls all around it, and then a minecart on top. And just don't forget to break the rail underneath. And once you have completed all of the TNT dupers and put in all of your minecarts there so you can ride around, you can go ahead and check the description for the start time of how to use this machine. Placing the minecarts for the medium UFO death cannon is just as easy as the small one. What you want to do is come up to one of these areas. All 4 of them will have an area where you can place one minecart. In which from here, we'll do the same thing. You'll just come into this area and you'll look at this segment and this segment. Whichever one doesn't have something underneath it, which you can tell this segment does, but this one does not, we're going to be using the segment that does not have anything underneath it for your minecart placement. I'm going to go ahead and remove the observer on the top. We're going to come below it and place the observer down there. And then from here, we're just going to place one slime block on the top, surround it in walls. And then from there, you can go ahead and place in a minecart on top of a rail, and then just make sure to break that rail. Perfect. And then to show you again, this side and that side should be the same, but from this side and this side should also be the same, but opposite of those two. So just to show you what I mean, coming in here, coming in this way, I'm going to look at these two segments. And obviously, this one does not have anything underneath it. So that's going to be the one, excuse me, that we use. Coming down to the bottom, make sure that that observer is facing directly into the slime block. One more slime block on the top, ground it in walls, minecart on the top. Perfect. And once you have placed in all of the minecarts for the medium build and all of the TNT dupers on the bottom, then you can go ahead and check the description for the start time of how to use this machine. Now for the placement of the minecarts on the large UFO death cannon, it's the same as all the others, but of course where it differs is that you can actually put in more places to sit, which is always wonderful. Coming into any side, you can pick any side as long as you're seeing these three observers just like so, anywhere at all. We're going to come in, we're going to take a look at this segment and this segment, and you can go ahead and place minecarts on both. All you got to do is just remove that observer, and then we're going to want to put that same observer underneath right here. Make sure, of course, that that observer is pointing up into this slime block. We'll have 2 slime blocks total, and then you'll want walls surrounding it. And then you can go ahead and place in a rail, so you can place in a minecart on top of it, and then you can break the rail. And of course, you can do the same exact thing on this side. The other ones, based on the placement of things, you weren't really able to do that, except for one side. But that's okay, because this is this is much cooler. Oh. Awesome. So again, that slime block so the observer is facing into the slime block. 2 slime blocks total. We're going to go ahead and put in our walls like so, rail, minecart. And this is the exact same for every side. So just choosing a random side. It could be this one, that one, doesn't matter. We'll go all the way over here. Line yourself up so you're facing it this way. And then this section and this section. Go ahead and take the observers, put it on the bottom of that segment, which is right there. You want to make sure, of course, that that observer is pointing into the slime block. Slime blocks. Make sure that top one's surrounded in walls. Temporary rail, minecart, break the rail. Cool. You can do the same thing like right here, that side, and that side. Alright, now how to use these machines. I'm just going to demonstrate on the small version of the build, just because they all work the exact same. Obviously, first thing you want to do is make sure you remove all of those immovable blocks that you had right here. Once you've done that, you're pretty good to go. Now, if you've just built it through the tutorial, you can just ignore this next part. But if you downloaded the world, as far as a world download, you want to go ahead and remove all of the sea lanterns on the bottom of each of the builds. They are there to show you where you can place an immovable block. And then, of course, obviously, if you move the machine that direction, it'll catch up to that immovable block and stop itself. And obviously, that is just in case you have too much lag. Maybe somehow the world may, just stop moving completely. And at that point, it becomes impossible to place a block and save your machine. So I also saw a sea lantern right here. So if I go ahead and just place one, an immovable block, you can see that immovable block will fall all the way back to the other observer on the other side. And that is literally how you can move the machine every which way. So obviously, if we want to fly that way, we're going to go ahead and update this sticky piston because it'll pull the side segment over there, and then we will start moving that direction. Now, in which, just to demonstrate all of this here, I'm going to go ahead and place a piece of obsidian just like so. Now, a really good thing to keep in mind as well, though, is if you don't want to be constrained to just this area. So if we have 2 immovable blocks right here, then obviously we can just go back and forth. But what we'll want to do is actually take the end observer on the right or the left, doesn't matter, on each of the builds here. Go ahead and place an observer just like so into this slime block. You can go ahead and actually do that with each of the sides. And once you've done that, you're actually going to be able to now move your machine much further without having to really worry about too much. As long as you come out from right here, then obviously this immovable block will fall all the way back now and hit that observer all the way down there. And then this one here is just meant to stop the machine when it's moving back this direction. What I mean is we'll just come out, random number of blocks this way. We'll go ahead and break all of this. Cool, and then go ahead, jump over here. And the blue concrete is there to show you where exactly what sticky piston to update. And so obviously if we're going to be going that direction, then we want to update this sticky piston. Of course, as you can see here, I'm having that lag issue where it's trying to load too fast, and I'm pretty sure this has to do with piston updating in 1.16. I'm not sure if they fixed it in 1.16.2, but I'll definitely be checking here soon. Alright, had to fast forward it a bit so it can actually catch up. But as you can see here, we did move, and the machine destroyed, blew some stuff up. And then obviously all you got to do, you can hop out of your minecart here and then just maneuver your way back over to the other side. And then you can go ahead and go back the other direction by placing a sticky piston or a redstone torch right here, or anything to, of course, activate or update this sticky piston. And then you'll just go ahead and break it, and we'll go back the other way. And once you go back and forth enough between the same two areas, then obviously it'll dig straight down and you'll start to get a flat surface like how you were seeing as I was building the build there. In which that little flat surface, you'll see a ton of blocks just floating randomly in the sky. The easiest way to get rid of those, so simple, is just go ahead, excuse me, and move your machine. You want to place an immovable block right here, which as you can see, it'll move 1, 2, and 3 blocks. And then in which, once you do that, we'll go ahead and do that real fast. Once you're all good to go there, you can go ahead and make sure that you want to remove that now. We're going to go back over here to our immovable block. We're going to replace it right here, and then we want to make sure that we move this one over. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Make sure we break all of those. Now from here, obviously it's going to fly all the way that direction, but let's say that this is like super far out, and you want to make sure that it is correct. Well, the machine itself, you'll know whatever Y level you built it on by coming up, go ahead and hit F3, finding out your coordinates, and staring at this slime block right here. Now, the Y level of this slime block, which as you can see on the right-hand side, is at 115. Now, with that being known, what you want to look at, of course, is going to be the Z value, which is at -63 at that slime block. As you can see, it's at like -62. If I place a block here, it's still -63, still -63. Now, you just want to make sure then that the block that you placed out here is also at -63, which you can also see there. The Z coordinate is -63. Perfect. And that's how you'll know where to place your immovable block. And again, you can place any immovable block. It does not have to be obsidian. You can also use furnaces if you're in Java Edition, etc., etc. But yeah, once you do all that and you move it the 3 blocks over, you can send it back 3 blocks and then go back just one more time. Run it once, and then it should get rid of all of the floating blocks that are in the air. As well, with my F3 menu up, obviously we checked the Z coordinate with the whole -63 when it was moved. I moved it back 3 blocks, so now it's at -66. As you can see, again, -66 no matter where that is. Well, obviously that only counts if we are facing east or west, in which obviously if we are facing north or south, it's going to be going off of the X coordinate instead. As you can see here, going this way is going to change the Z coordinate, but it's not going to change the X coordinate. So in which you want to make sure, looking at this slime block here, that the immovable block that you place out there is at the same X value. My X value would be 26. I'm going to back all the way up and look at this one, and as you can see, the X value is 26. And the medium build is the only exception to this rule. The large build is also able to do the whole observer on the outside there, but the medium build unfortunately only has one area that you're able to go through it, just based on the placement of the TNT dupers. Now, in which that would be right here from this sea lantern all the way to the other side there. And then of course it'll also be right here from this sea lantern all the way to the other side. From this observer, you're actually not able to do it, because as you can see there, it would run into that slime block way down there, breaking your machine. Special shout out as well to SR Sergi, I hope I pronounced that right, for guessing the next build correctly over on my Instagram. Congrats to them. Next video will be a Tumbler Batmobile flying machine from the Dark Knight. It was super fun to make and was originally a redstone build by Cube Hamster years and years ago. It was loads of fun reimagining it as a flying machine, especially from the man that started it all. So I encourage you to subscribe if you don't want to miss that video either. It should be up on the channel here in a couple days. It's actually almost done already. And if you'd like a chance at a shout out as well, then I encourage you to follow me on Instagram and Twitter to find out how. And again, if you're looking for more info on today's build, the 4-directional UFO death cannon in a survival setting, then I encourage you to check out and subscribe to Ray's Works. He'll be uploading his own video on these machines as well pretty soon. And thank you again, Ray, for helping get this tech and my channel out there to a bigger audience. I really hope everyone enjoyed today's video. I had a blast making it and I cannot wait to show everyone the next flying machine, but I encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already. As well, if you found yourself experiencing some sort of joy while watching today's video, I encourage you to like and comment, letting me know your favorite part. And if you've made it to this point in the video, comment pizza party in the comments below. I just want to see who has actually made it all the way to this point. But yeah, as far as that, don't forget to share with your friends, family, and your favorite YouTuber if you can. But like always, just thank you all so very, very much for watching. If you're looking for some inspiration, I encourage you to check out the first option here, my over-the-top playlist showcasing my most ridiculous slimestone machines. Or if you want to know what my channel thinks is best for the viewer, I encourage you to click on the second option.